My name is Andreas Müller. I'm from Germany. The company I'm working for is B Braun Melsungen. I'm working there as an IT project manager in general for the whole identity manager platform.
My name is Michal Kasynski. I am an identity manager engineer. I work at B Braun, a pharmaceutical company, medical company.
The company is actually quite old. It was initially started 1839 already in Melsungen, in that city, as a pharmacy, starting making local herbs and sending them out to German customers. So we are currently more than 60,000 employees and in more than 60 countries globally. So that's quite big enterprise. Our industry is healthcare and pharmacy. So the biggest concerns there about what to lose is actually our digital identities, our pharmacy data, loss of intellectual property. So to prevent someone else to steal it and to be a step ahead of us.
Since we are a healthcare company, pharmaceutical company, it is very important for us to save the patient's data and have it secured so that we can continue to run our business. We do not want any disturbances during our production on our production databases, so that we can continue to support patients and that everything works fine.
At that time we were still using the HCL nodes implementation, so there was a built-in connector that was available, and these were the main points for choosing one identity. The process before the implementation was actually more manual work.
Provisioning and governance is really good with One Identity Manager because it enhances our processes. It is almost completely automatic now, so we have a lot of automation, and it really saves time for us. It saves a lot of work, not only for us, for engineers, but also for the service desk, for example. So thanks to the governance, we can provide the attestation on our users. So it is very useful for us to govern the environment and to speed up the processes and all of the new hires and leavers. So we are mostly now attesting or certifying users that have not logged in for a certain period of time. It helps us to increase the security within our environment. So it is really useful that such an automated process can be implemented out of the box, basically. When it comes to the governance of the identities, I believe it is very important to have the data quality up to date, and also we need to check whether the accounts are still valid. So for example, if a person already left the company and we do not know that, it is very important to keep that up to date.
So the main value that we gained was actually the automation, of course, right? So we are getting more than 400 people onboarded every week. The same amount of people are leaving most of the time, so we are actually at the same level of employees most of the time. But all of these identities, and therefore more than 1,000 accounts, were created and unprovisioned again automatically. But mainly our identity management platform is completely on-premise, and that was also one thing that we actually wanted to have when we choose One Identity Manager as a solution.
I would recommend One Identity Manager to my colleagues, my peers, because it really saves a lot of time of your work. It helps with the automation. It integrates a lot of systems into one place. So your work becomes so much easier, so much faster, and a lot of people can utilize this tool, and not only like developers, but also day-to-day work for normal users who can then go to the web front end, so the website, and just order stuff that they would like to have. So it saves a lot of time and energy.
So the main data is actually our production data, our employee data, right? So that is the most important one that we have to take care of, so that the production really moves on, is not disturbed by something. Of course, in a pharmacy industry, we have a lot of requirements from audit perspective and so on, that we are not allowed to change data in a certain manner, so it needs to stay the way that it is.